Good morning everybody. In this video we'll study about the keys. Why are the keys used in shafts? So basically as we discussed in the previous video, if you can see here, I told you that the couplings are used to connect two shafts together. So the one is the motor shaft, other one is the shaft through which you want to transmit the power. So if in this example, which is a miniature model here, like the small one, in this model in this coupling here we have two studs which are used to hold the two shafts together. You can tighten the studs and then the two shafts will be held together. But in case of a large coupling, we cannot use fasteners like studs or bolts or screws into the shafts, because we will have to drill a hole into that and that will be a problem. So what we will be doing is we will have keys to prevent. This is the key, as I told you. This lower part is the shaft, and in this lower part of the shaft, this shaft, there is a slot cut into that slot. This slot is slightly larger and it is just exaggerated to show you, but the slot will not be so large. A small slot will be there, and into that will fit this key, and this key and the shaft will go into the coupling. So this is to prevent the relative motion between the coupling and the shaft. So here in this example, the relative motion will not exist because we will have studs or screws. But in case of large ones, we will not be having screws, we will be having keys. This is the key. The key is used to prevent relative motion between the shaft and the coupling. So we'll just see about the keys. We have different keys here. The first one is the rectangular sunk key. This key is basically rectangular in section. It is rectangular in section and it has a slight taper. This is to facilitate easy removal and fitting into the shaft. That is why it has a taper here. So this taper, for every 100 mm of length, there will be 1 mm of taper, or any other standard if it is required. So this is a rectangular sunk key. There is a taper. The lower part is straight, the top part has a taper, and this basically has a rectangular section. You can see it has a rectangular section, so it is a rectangular sunk key. Why is it known as a sunk key? It is known as a sunk key because the key is sunk into the shaft. It is sunk into the shaft here, so it is a sunk key. So this next one is a square key. The key basically is a square, the width and the thickness. So in this key, the width and the thickness, this is the width, this is the thickness, so the width and thickness are not same. That is a rectangular sunk key. But in a square key, the width and the thickness both are same. It is a square key, but although it has a taper, the taper is provided. The lower part is straight, the top part is a taper. So it's basically a square key, square sunk key. The next one is a parallel sunk key. So in this parallel sunk key, all the four sides are same. There is no taper allowed. There is no taper given. So this is parallel sunk key. And here this is a jib headed key. A jib headed key. This also has a taper. And here there is a jib head just for the ease of removal, for ease of holding and removal. And then we have a feather key. This feather key basically will be fitted onto the shaft. There will be two holes drilled into that, and it will be bolted onto the shaft. Here the key is not bolted to the shaft. The key can be easily removed from the shaft. It is just sunken. It is just sunk inside the shaft. But this key will be bolted to the shaft. So this is a feather key. And next one is the woodruff key. These are small keys, and these are the rail keys which are used in automobiles. These are the samples which I've just exaggerated and shown you. These are the real keys which are used in two-wheelers, small shafts inside the engine. So these are the Woodruff keys. And as we discussed in the previous videos, these are the key blanks. Using these blanks you can cut the key, any required form of key by using these blanks. So in the next video we'll be studying about the design of keys and couplings. Thank you very much.